All right, what do I have here? We're in the Acacia Reserve. I was going to play yesterday. I was waiting, Dunner, tried to get a hold of Dunner to play, and one thing led to another, and here we are. Last day, you need to qualify. I think I have several accounts I need to qualify today. So let's start with my main rookie account. Hole number 1. All right, I have decided, even though there is a max curl shot you can do going this way, I'm going to do that max overpower hook shot so that I can find the spot. That's what I'm going to do. And I think, what was I doing? What kind of wind we got here? That wind is neutral. Take an APOC and I think I was using a katana. Pretty sure. You think real hard here. I think that's it. All right. Plus 10 on the drive times the wind divided by 1.5. There is a spot. It's the transition between the second and the third cut of the rough, and I'm going to be right on that spot. Right on it, if I can find an opponent. I think I'm going to try 5.5 top spin. Maybe 6. If I get the right angle, 6 will work, and I'm doing a hook, but I'm doing a slight reverse hook, so I'm doing right hand side spin and left hand hook right on that. Hold on. Of course I get a call back. Hey, come on. 3 rings. I suppose I could have did that in my head. I was trying to look at my calculator. I think I got it all. Too much. Hit the sign and bounce back. I was doing it with 5 top spin, but I wasn't quite getting, it was leaving me just a little bit short, and the 6 is just a little too much. 6 is a little too much. And I really need to call those people back. The shot that I did the last time we played this hole in a tournament was the shot my opponent's doing right there. I was doing the max curl shot. I think the last time we played these holes, I was using a topspin boost ball, but I don't think I need to use a topspin boost ball. I think my club wasn't as developed, and so I didn't have as much topspin. Everybody and their brother's gonna call me. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. In the hole! I'll be right back. Alright. They obviously were not going to stop calling me until I answered my phone, so that's how it is. And now they're texting me. They couldn't get enough. And they know I'm shooting video, so fuck them. All right, hole number 2. Hole number 2. Oh man, this is a brutal hole here. This is the strange thing about this landing zone here. You can come out here with a 3 power ball, max OP, trying to get over here, and we really need some help. And the more help, the better. If you got like pure side wind, it could be difficult. Depending on the club, I mean, if you're using an extra mile 9, you got max topspin on, and you got a couple miles an hour wind, it might be enough to get you over to the other side. But if it was side wind with that much, even if it was 5 or 6 miles an hour, it's not going to be enough forward wind to get you. So you'd have to bring out a bigger ball. But the deal is that with a bigger ball, you still got to do overpower in order to get, because of how it is. I don't know down here what the terrain is, but it still takes some oomph to get over there. And let me make sure I got a bag set up for this, because there is a second shot rough bump, but I'm pretty sure you got to have, let me change this bag up, pretty sure you got to have a Goliath in order to get to it. So I'm going to take a Goliath. My Goliath is one. If I take a 5 power ball, it should be a mid club. Let's hope that's right. Let's hope my notes are right. The question is, the deal is, this is definitely one shot at a time, and so it doesn't matter what you wanted to do on the second shot. You got to get your first shot in the right spot. Let's see what we can do here for the wind. Where am I? What freaking hole am I in? There we are. There we are. And I'm going to make some notes here. Left-hand drive. Okay, so 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 2.1. It's probably 2.0 with a 5 power ball. And I'm playing against Gordon. 77 versus Gordon. Must be a good looking guy. There's not many of us out there, but one thing is we're all good looking. All right, 4.7. 4.7, 2.5 rings. It's 2.58, but who's counting? And we just need to hit it perfect. And that was definitely not perfect. If I make the first bounce, I'm going to end up in the sand way over on the other side. It'll tail off into the sand. It'll look good, but then when it rolls off, it'll just roll down into the sand. Wow, can't believe I didn't make it. Anything to the, if you hit anything there, because of the way the course is, it kind of forces you to shoot the shot right down the ridge, and anything on the left you're just going to roll off. Even if I didn't have my top spin right there, I probably needed 2 less top spin. If you hit something great to the right, you might, on like a 1 ring, make it, because it's flat on that side, but the left just tails off just like that. And then once you hit that, it just kind of dumps you right into the sand. 1.3 times 2.5. There's max, there's mid. Once again, I'm in the same deal, not mid club. I don't think I have enough topspin to get me up there. I don't. .5 divided by 2, 1.62 rings. I'm going to do 1.7. Excuse me. That should be 4. It should be 0.9. Whew. Almost made a huge mistake there. Still got a shot though. All right. I forgot I was at mid club. I play my Nirvana at 4 per ring at mid club, and I worked the number in my calculator at 2 per ring. Big difference. Big. Now, what surprises me here is that they have a Houdini, which is the big backspin. Oh, that sandwich. But still, the big, it's a, I think it, maybe the Castaway, when the Castaway gets up in level, it's got lots of backspin. I think Houdini's got 100. At least I didn't hit it that good. That was damn near a slice. Are they going to keep bouncing off to the edge and get caught in the rough? It's a nice balmy 110 outside today. It was 102 at 9 o'clock this morning. They said it was only supposed to be 102 today, and I'm not sure where they're at. If my mother-in-law wasn't staying with us, we would be at the coast, where it is 30 degrees cooler. In these situations, when you do that, you change that up and you put on 2 or 3 backspin, and you get right up next to the hole. No, don't do that. Get right up next to the hole, man. The thing is, it can come down that hill, it could go so fast that it just bounces over the hole. Now, it's more than likely that it'll go in, but it could go fast enough that it just bounces over. And we don't want that to happen. I don't like it when the ball guide's leading that far through. You never know. It's a draw. All right, hole number 3. My notes, you know, in hole number 3, let me pick my bag. I just need a sniper and I think from hitting, if I'm hitting it back there, I'm going to use a katana. I don't have, well, maybe I do. Let me practice this one time. Let me practice it one time, because there's 2 rough bumps on this hole, and both of those the front rough bump is money, but there are some days with wind that it could be a little tricky depending on what ball you bring out. Hold on. God damn. This is one of those things where you're sitting down, you're not doing anything, and nobody's calling you, nobody's doing anything, and then the second that you start doing something where you don't really want to be interrupted, everybody and their brother starts calling you. I was waiting this morning for a bunch of phone calls, and nobody called me all day. Now it's 4 o'clock, and everybody's gonna call me. All right, let's go back and practice that one time. So the 2 rough bumps, the deal is that with the new pin placement, with this pin placement here, it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's really kind of hard to find the right spot in the spin, but it's almost like what my opponent was doing on the last hole. Your ball guide's going through the cup quite a ways. I'm not sure that I like those rough bumps. The other way to go at it is to be way back in minimum club and guide it to the hole. Just guide it in. I think I made this the other day. It can be made, but I didn't write down what ball I used. What kind of deal is that? I think I just did a 1-to-1. going to do 3.4. 3.4. Let's try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if we can get a good read from that. Just a little bit. I did nothing on that, so I tried +0, so I'm going to put on +1. 1 to 1, and I'm going to write down a katana. Cat. +1. Alright, I got some idea. And I was blue ring off down. I had my blue ring right along the transition. And I don't know that I put any spin at all on. I think it was 2 backspin, but I don't think I put on any side spin at all. I really want to pay attention to what that spin is so that I can set the spin up and then go find the spot. Alright, alright. Here we go. Jules. From the UK Putters. The United Kingdom. All right, hole number 3. Hole number 3. Kurt Pay. Do whatever the wind is plus 0.1. Let's see if I can get my spin right. I think it was just 2 backspin. .8 rings. So we get lined up with the wind. There's 3, 8. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Now I'm even farther off. Look at that. It's still locked in. Back door's open. Now the bar's on it. All right. That's funny. I had a higher wind before. Well, I did have a higher wind in the practice round. Close. Not even close. The hell's the deal? I know in the past we've always done a +10 on this. So, but I was farther back. Let's see what the deal is. I was farther back and I was doing just 1 to 1, so that was adding wind on. Nice. Whatever my opponent just did right there. That was nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. This next hole, I'm taking an extra mile. And a par 5 ball. Now, the par 4s that are on this course, we really like. The hole number 1 is the hardest of the 3. This is the second hardest, and the last one's the lowest hanging fruit. I mean, the fruit's dragging on the freaking ground. All we got to do is go pick it up. We've got to get these par 3s, or excuse me, par 4s. We had to. Got to get them. Got to. All right. Are you gonna give me the ball, or are you gonna just delay me. The thing about this hole is that you can't put there's a spot. They don't sell power 6 balls so that we can get into a little bit better spot. On headwind days, we have to change it up because we're already right there. I'm going to take the wind out and I'm going to put one ring back in. I think, yep, taking the wind out and putting one ring back in. We're taking the wind out for those of you that are new, because if there's a side wind, like this, we don't want to just go, well, we're just going to take out one less, because then we're not taking out the wind that's pushing us off trajectory. So we want to take out the wind that's pushing us off trajectory and then put some of the forward moving wind back in. What's key here is not where I'm ending up down there at the end. What's key is that second bounce. 2.7, and there isn't any wind to put back on here. 2.7. Let's just do a ring and a half. Let's see how much I can put back in. A little. So you really can't, I mean, I'm going to lean, but that's about, oh, fuck, it was lagging. Jogging. I'm going to end up in the rough at the very end. It'll tail off into the rough. That second bounce is critical, because if you hit it, if you put on any curl, that second bounce is going to clip that rough. Any curl of substance. I was just leaning. And if you hit it great to the right, you got to hit it farther through the rough, which is at the very end of your run. And I hit it 2 rings great to the right, so you're guaranteed to get stuck in the rough at 2 rings great to the right. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. We just need to hit this perfect. And you can absolutely get this done with a power 3 ball. The whole deal is I didn't want to have to do any overpowers, because you're more apt to hit perfect. And getting the jog, and my opponent sliced it. So they're playing in the other fairway. They hit out there where the spectators are out. You see the spectators all running. The wind is blowing right with me. Hit it 1 ring great to the right, and that still, I might get, nope. It was going to break a little bit, and I was hoping that I could hit it great to that's why I set it up so close on the left-hand edge, because it looked like it was breaking to the left. So if I hit it to the right, it might break to the left. But no dice. See what my opponent's going to do. I think they're going to take a rough iron out of the rough with 3 backspin and a half a right hand side spin, and go for it. They didn't like that I was mocking them, so they changed it. What's funny is they changed that spin and they had no idea. Like, you change the spin. That's like driving a car with a blindfold on and you just turn the wheel and it's like, yeah, I think is that right? Bam! No, it wasn't right. It amazes me at how few people in this game don't. Use the wind ring method. I think up high everybody uses, well, maybe not everybody, but I would say the higher you get up the scale, the higher the percentage of people that actually make an adjustment right. But when you're playing mid-level, I understand it with the low-level people that just started, maybe they haven't found it, they're still deciding whether or not they like the game, or, you know, they found the game but they're not doing a lot of research on it. They're you know, I get that. But the mid-level people that have been playing, you can look at their stuff and they've been playing for a year or two and they still are out there eyeballing it. That always cracks me up. It's pretty simple to learn. It doesn't take a huge amount of effort. I'm taking a grizzly and a katana. Grizzly? Any bag with a grizzly? Grizzly? Katana. Better buy some katanas just to be sure. Just for safety. I'm doing a plus 15 times the wind divided by 0.9 per ring. Put the ball guide through the hole. 3 backspin. I don't think there was any side spin on it at all. I think it was just the 3 backspin. If I can get an opponent, Jesus saves. Hole out. They got a Goliath with max backspin. A Guardian with max backspin. I was going to say, shit, if you wanted to get up there and do max backspin, why didn't you bring a Guardian? I think you're pretty close to your red line, and then they switched it. I will tell you, when I first started playing, there's a lot of these par 3s that you get on them and you can have problems. They're not high percentage. You know, you're not having a lot of success as far as getting hole-in-ones on them, and you've had your lunch 8 once or twice. Bring out your backspin clubs, especially when you first start playing and just bring out a backspin club, whatever club you got that'll for that distance if you've got one. And 4 rings. I think it was just the 3 backspin. I want the ball guide to go through the hole. 4 rings. Hitting it perfect. Man, I am getting a little, the needle seems jumpy. Ooh! I did a plus 20 and overpulled it, and I did a plus 15 and underpulled it, so I'm going to do a 15 plus 0.1 next time. It is good to know that the it's close. I'll have to go back and watch that and make sure what I did there. All right. I'm going to make that hole this week. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to make it. What hole was that? That was 5. I'm on 6. What am I know? Let's go look at hole number 6. I can't remember what it is. I'm sitting here looking. Oh, yeah. I've decided that I'm going to play this hole a little different. And I got to get my shot worked out for this. I'm trying to hit into this area right here. That'll give me a straight up shot right at it with my sniper. The shot from out here with the new pin placement, the normal green's over here, so if you're out in this area, you got a straight up shot at it. But from here, you've got to either commit to the rough bump, which is pretty narrow, or you're gonna hit on the other side and you're gonna have to use a lot of backspin in order to stick it. And it's more backspin than it's too much backspin. I want to control the ball as it's rolling out to the cup and have it release and just fall in the hole, as opposed to doing all the backspin. So I'm trying to hit down in this area, so we'll see if we can get down in there. We'll see. I think I can bring, and I'm going to have to change my notes because my notes on this hole are all set up for the other shot, which is the normal, like if we were in our normal pin placements. And I'm going to bring out a Kingmaker. Let's go. All right, 1 point times whatever the wind is divided by 1.5. Working out some wind numbers. Now I set this up the other day and I kind of put on enough curl to get to my red line, and I was trying to set it up way off to the left so that I could put lots of curl on it and bring it back into the hole, but I think I'm gonna try and aim it as straight to that as I can with the least amount of curl. It's one of those shots that if you wanted to do a max curl shot and just bring it over into that hole, you need to practice that several times in order to get the original landing spot, like your setup spot, right. And I haven't practiced it, so I don't want to get too since it is Wednesday and we need to qualify today. And that is what we call no bueno. No bueno. And I don't think I can put, let's get where I can see it. I'm going to put one backspin on it, or just a sliver of backspin. And I'm going to put one whole backspin on it. I'd rather be a little short. 3-1, 2.27 rings. Man, it's way the hell downhill. 227. And then I'm going to put orange. Got the outside of the ball on the black, and I hit it on the inside. I left a lot on the table there. I probably could have put on about a half a topspin. Now I hit it down in there so deep the other day that I was actually able to hit it at max grizzly, and I had to put on a little bit of topspin. Let me change my notes on this hole. My notes APOC. 1 topspin. Alright. 1 point. I'm going to do a 30% adjustment to the cup times the wind divided by 1. Because I am definitely going to be, well, no, I'm going to be a minimum, probably minimum sniper, which is 1.2 plus 1. There's man. There's max. So I'm at mid. So it's 1.1, 3.1, 1.1, 366. 3.66 rings. .66 rings. There's 366 exactly. Oh, fuck. That was 2 rings. That was 2,000 rings. Great to the left. The other side, if you'd have rolled past the hole that fast, you probably would have ended up off the green. In the original pin placement here, you do not want to go breezing past the cup, otherwise you will fall off the back and very easily find yourself in that sand. Very easily. Come here with the best of intentions, and the next thing you know, you're taking a sand shot. Not good. Not good, I say. Put the ball to draw. Isn't it perfect? All right. Now, this shot right here this is one of my favorite par 3s in the game, and this new pin placement, I'm not a fan. I like the original pin placement. Much more better. I'm going to take a grizzly. And I'm going to take, I think I was just putting on 1 backspin. I don't know that I was putting on any side spin. So what I really would like, let's do it by power. Let's do by power. Let's see what I got here. I really hate to use those precision balls unless it's the weekend round. They did give us some free ones here. I really like to hit this perfect into the hole once. I think I've come here and I haven't hit it perfect into the hole yet, just to see if this adjustment's working. And the deal is it's so hard to make the adjustment that you can go, wow, I need to add on, but did you really make the adjustment correctly? Because you're looking so far down, you almost need a freaking jeweler's hoop on your screen just so you can see where you're moving. I'm going to take just a regular ball until I can hit it perfect in there. Let's take a navigator. Take a nav. I think I can get it done. I think I can. 1.6. I'm doing a 60% adjustment times. And I hit my grizzly at 0.9 per ring, but on this particular hole, I think at the 60%, I was just doing at 1 per ring. Pretty sure. So it's 1.6 times whatever the wind is divided by 1. We could reverse engineer it and find out how much more we need to add on if we did 0.9, or what we needed to change in the percentage I'm adding on. But I believe I figured this hole out, and I was still, because the grizzly at a max grizzly is 100% accurate, so it should be 1 per ring, but it's actually more accurate than accurate. It's more accurate than 100, and it's at 105 accurate, 110, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's accurate. Well, maybe I was, oh, I know what the deal is. Swap the ball. I was using a katana. I was doing more spin than that. There we go. .3, 5.28 rings. There's 528. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You can't hardly see. Anybody that's played this hole knows exactly what I'm talking about. Shit you can't tell down there. It's hard. And in that situation, I underpulled it. So I either needed to take off more, or I just did a bad pull. It's hard to tell which. I need to change my damn notes, I can tell you that. Katana. It's like 3.5 backspin. 3 right. And then I wasn't actually at 3, I was at like 2.5. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm gonna have to write myself a whole brand new set of notes, because some of these, because of the newer pin placements, some of them are playing them totally different. But this next hole, I am not playing totally different. If I hit this next shot right, I'll be above the hole. Coming through there too fast. It can, if you hit the green just right, it will actually break to the left and go towards the cup. But if you come in there a little fast, it'll just roll straight across the green and be high. But there is, with the new pin placement, there is the opportunity for a hole-in-one. There is not in the normal pin placement. I'm taking a number 1 bag and a king maker, and really we're just taking the king maker because of the side spin. Any king maker will work. I'll take a major king maker. Why not? I know it's say 1 less than max topspin, but I'm going to do 1.5 less than max. If we can get out on the course. I got something in my eye. I can't see. I can't see. Take your time. I'm lucky it took so long to get out there. Couldn't open my my right eye. Now you can come out here and do a max overpower shot and do overpower on it. Here's the thing. They got a katana right now. And let's say they make this shot. And then tomorrow we have a 4-mile-an-hour headwind. They're going to have to change it up. They're going to have to bring out a different ball because the katana is not going to get it done. And when you do overpower shots, there's always that risk when you take an overpower shot that you're going to end up off trajectory. Because you're less likely to hit it perfect. Times 1.67 rings, 1.7 rings. .7 rings. It's 1.7. Oh fuck! It is jogging. Jeez, it makes a jump. And this is the one we absolutely have to get. Oh. I'm trying to just get to the green, and if it just encounters it, then it'll roll out onto the green and everything's going towards the cup. But you got to just barely get there in order to catch the break. I think that actually looked like it had enough. It was like, because it's going to barely get there and then fall onto the course and roll down. I think that might have been enough if I hadn't hit it 7,000 rings great to the right or left. This jogging thing, I'm not sure if everybody else is experiencing this, but this is the first tournament in a while that everything just seems like it's glitchy. There's several courses in the game that are glitchy. They were glitchy when they first came out, and they're still freaking glitchy, but when they change the pin placements, I don't know what they do to the holes. Hitting it perfect. And break. In the hole! Recovered. I made 2 of the par 4s. I was in the rough or the sand on all 3 of the par 4s and got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. I'm making it harder on myself. Jeez, all you gotta do is hit it into the freaking fairway. How hard is that? And shit, 2 of those shots I didn't even have to do any overpower. Now this hole here is really pissing me off. It pisses me off every time we play this. Alright, that ball will work. Kingmaker. Here we go. I'm doing minus 20, minus 0.1 to the cup. And I circled the drain, and then I did it with the minus 1, and then I was like way the hell off on the other side. So I'm going to try it one more time just to see if maybe I made a bad pull the second time. Then again, I might have made a bad pull the first time. Couldn't have been my fault. It had to have been my stylus's. That's another thing. I don't know how anybody plays these finger games with their fingers. I played a game for all of you that are out there that have played like Clash of Clans or any of that. I played Clash of Kings, and you would touch the screen about 10,000 times in the course of a day. And after about a week, your fingertip got so sensitive that you could look at it and it would hurt. I'm always amazed that, like, look at how wide that fairway is and how many people end up in the rough on the left-hand side or come that freaking close. It's always amazing. Always amazes me. Two 8. 1.5 rings. I'm going to worry about putting the extra power on, and I'm going to just lean to the right. And I hit it 2 rings great to the left. I had 5 rings of separation on that side, so it's not like I'm too worried about it clipping the rough. 391, and I've been going for 385 to 390 as my goal. And we're doing the rough bump. So I'm doing 0.8 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1 minus 0.1. I'm actually might be a mid club, but I've been pulling 1 to 1. See, there's max, there's min, so I am at mid club. 3.1, 2.38. I'm going to do 2.2 rings. I'm going to split the difference. 2.2 rings. .2, hitting it perfect. I was splitting the difference between max and mid club. If I had my speed right, that would have went in, and I would have over pulled it if I did a max club. So I really need to do the mid. Mid club is fine. Let me change that to a full mid. 1.1 per ring. If I did pure mid right there, that'd have went in. Okay, all right. That was 1.1 per ring, minus 20, minus 0.1 into hole. Next time, I'm going to save some of these albies for the weekend round. I made one albie so far this week. I think I'm not sure I qualified that account. I think I was out practicing, so I need to actually go check out all my accounts because I can't remember what the hell I've done this week. I was saving this account so I could try and play with Dunner, but no dice. All right. Yeah, and the deal with the minus 16 is that's what we're really shooting for. What we really need to get here is we need these three, the par fours. Which one's the other one? Is it hole number 4? We need those three, and then we need one of the others. And we really have a great opportunity on every hole. The par 3s are a little bit more difficult with this wind or with this pin placement than they are in their normal configuration, but they're still makeable. And I think all three, we got great opportunities on all three of the par 5s, especially if we can put ourselves in the right spot. All right, there we go. There is my qualification round. That's not anything to write home about, but it will at least get me in. 16 at the top. Very nice, Dana. Very nice. Very nice. Just getting it done. Hole in ones. They got the 3 par 4s. They got the 3 par 4s, and they got hole number 2. That's what it takes, is getting the 3 par 4s and then picking up just one other shot. These are the scores that we want to be looking for in the weekend round. We need to be at that minus 32 if we want to be in the conversation for I'm not saying that you have to get a 32 to get a banner, but in some brackets you may. I think in a lot of brackets, if you're at a minus 32, you're gonna get I think you're gonna get a banner. It's just if we're going for the win, I really think we need to be in the minus 32 if we really want to have a serious shot at it. I will catch you on the next one. Everybody have a great week. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.